Right, indeed, that is what is happening big at the Kempinski Hotel in the capital, Nairobi. We shall be out, Sophia said, to Timothy Otieno to just find out what is happening there. But tomorrow, remember the launch of the fresh New Look Standard, the oldest newspaper in East Africa, 115 years old today.
Indeed, our sign language interpreter tonight is William Silla. Let's get to our top story. And I am proud of my D- grade. That was a declaration of the governor of Mombasa, Hassan Ali Joho, as he was reacting to Director of Criminal Investigations summons over his Form 4 certificate. Joho, who is set to face the detectives tomorrow, said he has nothing to fear despite intense speculation over the authenticity of his academic papers. Our Coast Region reporter Francis Mtalaki begins our coverage tonight.
Hassan Joho, Governor of Mombasa.
The last 2 weeks haven't been easy for Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho, and since speculation over his academic credentials began to unfold, pressure was mounting for the governor to clear the air.
I saw this coming. I knew how they were going to do it, and I had prepared myself, and I am ready. I'm going to face them. Wengine watasema, oh, explain the D+. I take pride of my results in the year 1993, and I should be an inspiration to other Kenyans. That not doing well in Form 4 doesn't mean it's the end of the road for you.
Having dismissed claims that his Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE exam certificate is fake, the governor says he is proud of his D- grade attained in 1993 prior to conflicting reports that he cleared in 1992 with a mean grade of C+.
Any serious leader would want to use that to inspire the young people that never made it for one reason or another. So as I stand here today, yes, I'm a holder of a D-, but I have been able to change that into real progress. And so that you know, even now, I am a student of an MBA, and I will progress. You will not stop me.
Mwanaume amezaliwa siku moja, my friend. Mwanaume amezaliwa siku moja na atakufa siku moja tu. Vitisho sio havifanyi kazi.
The ODM deputy party leader now blames the Jubilee administration, claiming it is part of a continuous war targeting him.
They cannot stop us, and inshallah, we will be in that ballot that they're trying to stop us. Kuingia hapo, we shall be there kwa uwezo wa Mwenyezi Mungu as long as we are alive.
Ati ndio ajioneshe yeye ni mtu mkubwa. Sicheze na sisi bwana, akicheza sisi tutamnyorosha.
I want to tell him, mimi sina uwezo huo wa kusema nitamuonyesha na nitamuangusha, lakini mimi nataka nimwambie, naomba Mwenyezi Mungu wangu usiku na mchana kwamba Wakenya in 2017 wamuonyeshe yeye, sio mimi. Lakini naomba Mwenyezi Mungu ikifika tarehe 8 mwezi wa 8 wamuonyeshe yeye kwamba hii dunia na hii nchi ni ya watu wote. Na kama ni kuumizwa kisiasa, so be it.
The governor promising to reveal more when he appears before Directorate of Criminal Investigations team. One thing that remains unclear is which university or college the governor attended for his bridging diploma. Francis Mtalaki, KTN News, Mombasa.
Tonight, the Kenyan Opposition Super Alliance, NASA, may be heading back to the drawing board as one of the principals, Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, dug in over the top tickets.
Kalonzo and other Kombani leaders drawn from 5 political parties formally declared that the Wiper party leader was the man who must be on the ballot in August, despite the ongoing attempts for a consensus on the NASA flag bearer.
KTN News political reporter Moremi Mwangi now reports on today's endorsement dubbed the Emali Declaration.
My mistake is I've been too trusting. I've assumed other people have easy way of working, particularly because my training is my word is my bond.
That was Kalonzo Musyoka on Monday, a statement seemingly warning his political detractors and allies alike that he won't be taken for a ride again. And on Tuesday, the Wiper leader retreated to his Ukambani home turf, where an announcement dubbed the Emali Declaration was made.
We, the leaders of South-Eastern region, have duly endorsed His Excellency Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as the flag bearer under the NASA coalition.
Kalonzo, ili usiambiwe hawa watu watakupatia, mimi nitaingia ndani ili niwaambie wakupatie.
But in a statement to their allies in the National Super Alliance, some leaders revived debate of a 2013 pact, reportedly signed between Kalonzo and ODM leader Raila Odinga.
Raila apewe, na wakati wa mwingine Kalonzo afanye nini? Apewe. Sisi tunataka kuambia kwa heshima zote. Option 1, Kalonzo. Option 2, Kalonzo. Option 3.
Leo Mungu amewapatia kijana who has the credentials to lead this nation. Not that he can bring a Kamba government, but he can bring a government that all Kenyans are represented justly, equitably in the spirit of the new constitution.
Tujue sasa tutapigana na umaskini from Millennium Development Goals to Sustainable Development Goals.
A 12-member team tasked to deliberate on who should be the NASA presidential candidate was due to meet on Tuesday evening. Even as Kalonzo, Raila, Ford Kenya's Moses Wetangula and ANC's Musalia Mudavadi intensified their claim on the opposition presidential ticket.
Muende mahali, mujifungie na wale wengine, mutupe simu zenyu, mutupe funguo, and you give us a candidate. All these people wanataka kuwapigia kura.
Ukitoka hapa tunavamia Tharaka Nithi, tunavamia Embu, tunavamia Meru, Isiolo tayari iko mikononi.
With a bragging right of over 2 million voters and 5 political parties with their backing here in Ukambani, the Emali declaration will no doubt intensify Kalonzo's quest for the NASA presidential ticket. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News, Makueni County.
Nairobi Senator Mike Sonko, Murang'a Governor Mwangi wa Iria, Kirinyaga Governor Joseph Ndathi and Nakuru East MP David Gikaria could face expulsion, suspension from the party or a fine over party chaos last week.
The Jubilee Disciplinary Committee says it is looking into complaints against the 4. Murang'a Governor Mwangi wa Iria, however, says he has not received any summonses from the party and neither would he honor such summonses. Rita Tinina has the details.
The chaotic scenes witnessed during last week's elections of Jubilee County Election Boards have handed the party's disciplinary committee its first major assignment.
Ensure that we process, prepare the charge sheet, and summon the accused persons, hear the case, and give the verdict.
Elections in Murang'a, Nairobi, Kirinyaga, and Nakuru were thrown into disarray. The disciplinary committee received complaints against Nairobi Senator Mike Sonko, Murang'a Governor Mwangi wa Iria, Kirinyaga Governor Joseph Ndathi, and Nakuru East MP David Gikaria, whom the party says will be summoned over the chaos. And the leaders could face consequences that may lock them out of the nominations.
If the offense calls for expulsion from the party, the person will be expelled from the party. If it calls for suspension, suspension will follow. If it is such that only a fine is sufficient, we shall fine.
Murang'a Governor Mwangi wa Iria says he has not received any summons.
So I have not been summoned by anybody. You summoned me over what? There is no responsibility which had been given for the day. I was not the prefect of the day. I am not a security person.
And the committee may not have it easy dealing with party members.
Neither would I respond to those kind of summons because you must be summoning me about to give you a brief about some responsibilities which you had given me. Me, I'm an aspirant. And if you are summoning, then you must summon all aspirants.
Jubilee is currently conducting verification of data for aspirants ahead of the printing of ballot papers for the nominations, an exercise that party officials say led President Uhuru Kenyatta to cancel his tours this week.
Of our aspirants come from those places which he wanted to go and visit. So we made a polite request that he could reschedule his visits so that then our aspirants have the opportunity to go to various places, either the county headquarters or the headquarters here, and verify their particulars.
The president cancelled 2 tours in 2 days. On Monday, he cancelled a tour of vote-rich Tharaka Nithi and Meru counties with a statement from State House indicating he would instead visit Trans Nzoia, Bungoma, Busia and Kakamega. But that western tour was cancelled on Tuesday. Rita Tinina, KTN News.
That's the basis of our big question discussion tonight. We are asking you on our big question, do you believe Jubilee would expel the Murang'a Kirinyaga governors if found guilty of fueling the chaos?
Talk to us this evening. You can tweet at KTN News, KTN Kenya, at Ben_Kitili, at Sophia Wanuna, or send in a message to our free number 22155. We'd love to hear from you this evening. Right. Now, as the two political coalitions in Kenya continue shaking, the Mandeleo Chap Chap party held its national convention at the Kasarani Stadium, celebrating the defections from the major parties that have seen its numbers swell. Here's Mark Namaso with the details.
Mandeleo Chap Chap party continues to net more followers in the face of nomination fallouts and wrangles in major parties.
Alama yetu ni barabara. Kwa sababu barabara ina symbolize maisha bora ya maendeleo.
Mutua claims the party's path is now mirroring the national development agenda.
Hata juzi nilimsikia rais wetu Uhuru Kenyatta ambaye ni rafiki yangu akiwa kule Kisii akiambia watu wa Kisii serikali inataka kulete maendeleo. Kwa roho yangu nikasema chap chap.
The Chap Chap party is expected to deploy a 5-pronged selection process quite distinct from the other nomination processes taken by other parties. In case there's one candidate, then a direct ticket will be issued. If there's more than one candidate, then consensus follows. In the third approach, popularity poll surveys will determine the winner, and if this is too close to call, a negotiated agreement will be reached. In the last instance, the conventional nomination ballot approach will be deployed.
But if we get two people who cannot agree, it is your democratic right kwenda kwa debe, wacha wananchi waamue.
Mutua also had to debunk the notion that the party is an extension of another major party, largely perceived to be Jubilee, whose presidential candidate, Chap Chap, is backing for re-election.
Mandeleo Chap Chap is not a part of the Jubilee party. Mandeleo Chap Chap is not a part of the NASA coalition. Mandeleo Chap Chap is an independent party with its own agenda.
You come to Embu right now, we already have structures within Embu County. Mpaka saa hizi wananiita governor senator. Or senator governor, whichever. Because they feel that they have embraced it, they don't see the tribe in it. And that's the way to go.
April will be a defining moment in Kenyan politics as aspirants go to a do-or-die contest to appear on ballot in party tickets of choice. Besides NASA and Jubilee, among others, will Chap Chap be one of them? Mark Namaswa, KTN News.
You're watching KTN Prime here on KTN News. We thank you so much for staying with us. Let's remind you our big question tonight. Following the chaos that was witnessed at the Jubilee party last week, we are asking, do you believe Jubilee would expel the Murang'a Kirinyaga governors if found guilty of fueling that chaos?
Keep sending your texts and tweets to us. What do you think about our big question discussion at Ben_Kitili on Twitter, at Sophia Wanuna, at KTN News, and at KTN Kenya. The hashtag is KTN Prime. When we return, we give you more stories, including we'll be taking you to the Museum Hill in Nairobi, where the launch of the new look Fresh Standard is taking place. The paper will be, of course, on your streets tomorrow morning. Do stay with us.